Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to review the Cretacolor watercolor color pencils. So these are three colors that I have. These are actually sample pencils that were included in this box that I received at the Urban Sketches Symposium in Amsterdam. So these pencils, they are available for sale individually as well as in box sets. These color pencils are made in Austria by Cretacolor. And on the side of the pencil, we have this brush logo that tells you that this is water soluble. It also has the name of the color, the light fast rating, and I think this is the product code. So this yellow is called cadmium citron, and this red is permanent red dark, and Prussian blue. According to some website I found online, the light fast rating is against a scale of 5, so LF1 is the best and LF2 is second best. There's no information on the pigment though. Alright, let's start by testing the pencil. Now the total range from what I can find online seems to be 36, which is actually not a lot of colors. So compared to other brands that have a lot more colors, 36 is not a lot. I'm drawing on hot press watercolor paper. The black lines were drawn with graphite. So now I'm drawing the colored lines, the colored buildings with colored lines. And I'm going to shade this roof here. And later on try and dissolve this with water and see how good this is, how soluble this is. This color pencil is kind of hard, and it's not that hard, but it's harder compared to the softer pencils that I have tried. And it works really well for drawing. Let me switch over to the blue. Pencil is quite smooth on this paper. Now I only have these three colors, so if I want to mix a green, for example, I'm going to draw some plants here. Let's see if we can get a green with blue and yellow. So let's have some blue and some yellow. So now the colors are not mixed. Later on when we wet it with watercolor, we'll see what happens. There's a guy wearing a yellow helmet riding on a yellow motorbike here. So we'll see if this yellow is vibrant enough, if it's dark enough later on. This graphite pencil that I'm using, this is also made by Cretacolor. Both the color pencils, the Marino pencils, and this fine art graphite, they are very smooth on the paper. Let's have an orange roof here. So yellow, and overlay it with red. Here I'm going to overlay the three colors together to see what kind of neutralized color I can get. So we have yellow, red, and I'm going to put some blue. You can see some optical color mixing that's happening. So blue over red, it looks like this. This pencil seems to layer quite nicely, quite easily, even on hot press paper that doesn't have a lot of texture. Let's sharpen the pencil. The wood seems to be quite brittle, but at least the pencil, the core, it doesn't break. This is how it looks after sharpening. This is the completed sketch before adding water. You can get rather smooth application if you want to. And when it comes to mixing colors, this is quite smooth as well. And the colors, they look quite vibrant. The yellow is a bit light though, but that's just yellow. For drawing lines, I think these pencils, they are really nice. So you can use these pencils for detail work, but they are water soluble, so when you add water, some of this is going to dissolve. So it might be good to mix some water soluble pencils and some non-water soluble pencils. So these are just graphite. Right, let's test out the water solubility. I'm using a synthetic brush. This is the Escoda Perla. So it dissolves quite nicely, I would say. The water solubility is quite good. Let's see what we can do when this is still wet. Alright, if it's still wet and you go and apply pencil over it, it's going to cause the paper fiber to come off. But it can make the side a bit darker. So maybe let's not do that. It looks like if you really want to dissolve the lines, you have to go over the area for quite a while. Because if you press really hard, some of the lines, they are going to be a bit difficult to dissolve. Let's see what will happen here. So you get some sort of purple, and this is the gray or neutralized wash. So the green, well, it looks alright, just that the yellow is kind of weak. I think I prefer the dry version compared to this wet version. And for the yellow here, actually not a lot of difference between dry and wet, because when it's dry, it's not that obvious anyway. Now that this has dried, let's see if I can add some more pencil on it. So yellow doesn't work that well. Let's try red. I can layer some red, but you can see it's kind of pale compared to what I have here. Let's try blue. Again, it's kind of pale. So it works best on the paper when it's fresh. Just for comparison purposes, let me show you the Derwent ink tents. So when it's dry, it looks very similar to the Marino. And when it's wet, let's see what happens. So the Derwent ink tents is definitely way more saturated, more vibrant. So that's the part with the Derwent ink tents. So you can see the color here. It's more vibrant compared to what I have here. So what can I say about these colored pencils? Well, they are good for drawing, for use as normal colored pencils. If you want to use the water soluble part, you can expect the wash to be lighter compared to other brands of watercolor pencils, such as those from Caran d'Ache or Faber-Castell, the top quality ones. So the colors here are a bit lighter. And also when it comes to color mixing, they work well when dry. When it's wet, the color is not as vibrant. But that also has to do with the color choices you have. These pencils are very smooth on paper. It's a joy to draw with them. And the colors when dry, they are quite vibrant. I really enjoy drawing with them. So the quality of these pencils, well, if you are using them dry, I would say it's fantastic. If you are using them wet, I would say it could be better. Anyway, if you are using these pencils, I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of them. So thanks for watching today's video. See you in the next one. Bye.